The Berber people are an ethnic group in North Africa. They are the original inhabitants of an area stretching from the Atlantic Ocean to the end of the Sahara Desert in Egypt. Most Berbers now live in either Morocco or Algeria, but there are small groups in most North African countries. The Berbers have been called a variety of words by all the foreigners who came to North Africa or visited the region. The word Berbers use for themselves is Amazigh, possibly meaning free people or noblemen. In the Tuareg language, Amajer means freeman in the sense of a noble, as opposed to a common man or a slave. The ancient Greeks and Byzantines also called the Berber tribes Mazices, and the Romans called them Mazakis, which is possibly a foreign rendition of the names the Berbers used for themselves at the time. The word Berber itself comes from the Latin word barbarus, meaning barbarian. The Greeks also called all the inhabitants of North Africa who weren't from Egypt Libyans, coming from the root Libu, which was an ancient Egyptian term for those who lived in the deserts to their west. The word Moor comes from the Greek Mari, which is not related to modern Mauritania, which is just what the French called that area, and the Mari were a group of people who inhabited what is now called Morocco. The Berber people primarily inhabit the Atlas Mountains of the Maghreb region in North Africa and the Sahara deserts. The Berber people live in a very wide area of space, and there are a lot of ethnic groups. First off, there are the Moroccan Berbers, which are made up of the Rifin Berbers in the north, and the Theshahit Berbers in the Atlas Mountains of the country. In Algeria, there are the Kabyle Berbers who live in the Jurjura Mountains on the coast, and the Shawi people who live in the Aures Mountains further inland. In the Sahara Desert, there are the Tuareg people who live in Mali, Algeria, Libya, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And there are also many small tribes who inhabit the Sahara Desert and live in oasis cities, like the Mozabites of Mzab, who, interestingly enough, are Ibadi Muslims instead of Sunnis. There are three alphabets commonly used to write the different Berber languages. First one is the Tifinagh alphabet, which is the traditional ancient alphabet that was used 2,000 years ago and has been remade today, so it's sometimes used. There's the now defunct Arabic Berber alphabet, based off the Arabic script, which was used in the 1800s but now is abandoned. And finally there's the Latin script, which is the most common, and almost all Berber writings and books are written using Latin alphabet.